If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 3 of the AC Milan career mode here on FIFA 16. Thank you so much for all of the positive support you guys gave episodes 1 and 2. Plenty of discussion in the comment section of both videos about what we should do in this transfer window. The general gist of things was that we should go ahead and recall El Shaarawy from his loan deal at Roma, so we will do that now. He will rejoin us in a day's time as soon as we advance. Another thing was with regards to the older players, the former players, Kaká and Ibrahimovic were the two most popular to try and bring back. People were saying don't go for Pirlo because he retires at the end of the season. Maybe try and find his regen. So that's something we'll do at the end of the year. So we won't go back in for Pirlo. Same with Kaká, maybe wait for his regen. Thiago Silva is a player I would like to bring back, but currently slightly too expensive for me to be able to do so. The general gist of things again, with regards to the transfer window, was to try and keep it slightly more realistic than I have done in a few previous series. To maybe try and A, build with youth, B, stick to either domestic signings, as in Italian players, wherever they may be in the world, or domestic-based players, so sign people from within Serie A. So that's the plan moving forward. We will look to buy either Italian nationals or players that are currently within Serie A, and as such, we will try and build the squad from there. A couple of players still away on international duty, like Zapata and Carlos Bacca. I am planning on moving Bonaventura from left mid to centre mid from when we get El Shaarawy back. Actually, is El Shaarawy back now? He is. So we'll do that for this next game. We'll take Bertolacci off the bench. We'll drop Kuczka, and we'll put Bonaventura on the left-hand side. So it'll be Montolivo, Bonaventura. I don't want Honda on the right, though. We do want to play Niang on the right. Niang will be my starting right-sided midfielder, and I'm going to train him as such to hopefully improve him. Menez will be my number one. Cam Bacca at centre-back. Striker, sorry. At centre-back, we have Romagnoli. A few people saying maybe we should look for another, maybe sell Zapata and bring in another Italian centre-back. I could very well do that. I think the young guy at Juventus would be slightly unrealistic, though, so I won't go for him. But we, is it Rugani? Daniele Rugani? I think that's his name. I'm contemplating selling on Mexes and Alex now and going for Thiago Silva, depending on what else happens in the window. I probably would like another wide midfielder. And like I said, we'll look for perhaps Domenico Berardi, or maybe even someone like Felipe Anderson. But again, he's probably going to be slightly too expensive. So we'll have to bear the domestic and or domestic-based player method into account when looking for a new right-sided midfielder. Although maybe Niang will just be absolutely phenomenal out there and we won't need to. I am going to buy a youth scout, just the one. We'll buy just the one, and he hopefully will be able to bring us back a fantastic new young player. We will send him out in Italy, and I am also going to do the Scout Future Star as well, as that was highly recommended from you guys in the comment section. So we'll go across to the store. Okay, thanks. Right, so the Scout Future Star has been sent away. I just cut because I actually got gifted a Scout Future Star, which is frustrating because if I hadn't wanted to use it, then I would have not had any choice because it automatically sent him out. But thankfully, this time around, we did want to use it. So Scout Future Stars are on his way to try and pick us up a new, fresh, young talent. The weekly wage budget has taken a hit thanks to El Shaarawy's return, but if we are going to move a couple of players on, it's not going to be too much of an issue. The money we've raised so far with the pre-season tournament will more than cover the outlay that we've had so far. So we will look to some youth players to start things off, and also perhaps look at players like Domenico Berardi and Felipe Anderson. If you've got any other options that I could look at in any position, kind of young Italian players would be great. That's what I'd like to do here at Milan. Build a younger, not really young, but, you know, younger than 24, say, Italian domestic side, and really build to become one of the better sides in Europe again. So that's the plan. Whether we can follow up on that plan remains to be seen. But if we can win this game against Zenit in the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy, that will go a long way to helping us get some more players in with the extra finance we'll raise. So we'll go and do that now. Make sure you drop the video a like rating if you enjoy, and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't to this point. Please do continue to let me know all your suggestions in the comments section down below, and I look through all of them, so be sure to do so. But we're going to jump in now to this game against Zenit, and we'll see how we get on. Deschilio to Bonaventura. Onto Levo, get it through the gap to Kevin Prince Boateng, who can hopefully just hold the man off. How is that not a foul? Never mind, we've still got the ball. Rodrigo Ely into Kevin Prince, and we'll play it around the corner to Bonaventura, who is right-footed, so we'll try a bit of footwork to get into the box. Shot comes off the arm of Zhuev, and he is going to get it clear. There's our first chance of the game. Unfortunately, the arm of the defender getting in the way, but we'll just knock this off from Montalivo. Get it through there again to Bonaventura. Could have his and our second chance of the game, and Malafeyev makes a good save. Positive start here in this semi-final. Bonaventura again at the centre of things, but unfortunately his corner's picked off. Bonaventura, Elshar, looks for Luis Adriano, lay it off there to Montalivo. Can poke it through looking for Mbai Niang, who will drop the shoulder and send the defender. Hopefully that hasn't quite worked as I intended, but we will end up with a shot and a goal from Kevin Prince Boateng. Right place, right time from the Ghanaian, found by the French winger. I couldn't make up my mind here whether to cut inside, whether to go down the line, so in the end just decided to pass it, and turns out that was the right decision. Kevin Prince Boateng arrives on the edge of the box at the right time, pops himself in 10 yards out from goal. 1-0 AC Milan. Luis Adriano into the path of El Shaarawy, running out of stamina, but still got enough to get away from the defender here, and Andrea Poli has plenty of stamina. Surely this has to be 2-0. Andrea Poli, yes, comfortable counter-attack there. The substitutions making the difference, that extra stamina. You can see Andrea Poli isn't very quick, but he was still able to just tear away from the defenders that just didn't have the legs to keep up. Easy finish. I thought about squaring it to a teammate, but when you're in that sort of position, you have to be 98% sure that you're going to score. And I was, and that makes it 2-0, and we're going through to the final of this pre-season competition. Extra money will come in handy. There goes the final whistle. 2-0 victory for us in this semi-final against Zenit St. Petersburg. Really comfortable game. I'm pleased with that. This Milan side so far seems to be playing pretty well. I'm really pleased. All we need is a couple of additions to the squad, not necessarily to the first team, and we should be okay for this first season to qualify for the Champions League. So I've progressed as far as the final. I have added a number of players to my shortlist. The only thing I'm currently concerned about is having enough money to be able to keep on some of the players that we want to keep on that currently are running out of contract. They all want pay rises other than Kevin Prince Boateng, which is the reason why he's been offered the exact same as what he's on. My current shortlist looks like this. This is just purely young Italian players. Cristiano Piccini, he's at Betis. I believe he's only just moved there though, but someone to look at potentially for right back. Thiago Silva, obviously. Lorenzo Tonelli is a 25-year-old centre-back currently at Empoli. Looks like he could be pretty decent, perhaps a good Zapata replacement for around about the same money. Armando Izzo, I'm waiting to hear back from him. Nicola Muru, potentially for wing-back, waiting to hear back about him, and Andrea Gasparo. If any of these names stand out to you, then let me know in the comment section down below. Looking at Stefano Sensi, he's currently on loan at Cesena. I'm not sure where from. Oh, from Sassuolo. There you go, top right. He's on loan from Sassuolo. Sassuolo have a couple of really good young players. Bernardeschi's just moved to Fiorentina, I believe. No, he hasn't. Okay, it's someone else that's just moved to Fiorentina, I think, or from Fiorentina. One of the two. Bernardeschi looking at him for wide midfield. Perlo, obviously, we're going to wait for the... was it Pacelli that's just moved from Fiorentina? He's just moved from Atalanta, but he could be a great player to look at next year. Cataldi is a youngster currently at Lazio we could look at. Vincenzo Grifo is a wide midfielder that we could potentially look at. He currently is a new player at Freiburg from Hoffenheim, but potentially we could look at him next season. Kaká going to wait for his regen. Roberto Soriano, a central attacking midfielder. Domenico Berardi obviously stands out as one of the best potential wide players we could bring in. Alexander Pato and Ibra we've looked at. Insigne is an expensive winger, but one we could look at. Daniele Verde is a player who currently is on loan at Pescara from Roma. We could look at for next season. Nicola Sansone is also a player that is a young winger at Sassuolo, similar to Berardi. Not quite as good, but a third of the price almost. So potentially we could look at him too. You'll have to let me know your thoughts down below. We will play the final now against Olympic Lyon and hopefully win and get some more money for that transfer budget. Into Levo, across to Keisuke Honda, into Bonaventura. Gets taken out, and that's going to be a free kick. Well, you know who's going to be taking this one? Ballo, back in the starting lineup, going to be back, hopefully, on the score sheet. Balotelli will be staying at the club for this season throughout the loan spell, and we'll try and get this in the top corner. Oh, unfortunately, just over the top of the bar. First chance after 4 minutes, but wide. Here's Cornet. He's in the box. He's put in a good cross, and Lacazette buries it. Lyon 1, Milan 0. They played the ball over the top down the left-hand side, and Abate had pushed up from right back, out of position, tried to come across with the defender, but couldn't get there quick enough, and we find ourselves 1-0 down. Lacazette skips past Romagnoli. It's a lovely through ball to Valbuena, and it's going to be 2-0. Wow, the ball squeezes underneath Donnarumma. We are getting outplayed right now. First time this has happened with this Milan side, that we have been on the back foot. We are very much on the back foot here. I need to turn this around. That's a nice ball by Gezal back to Christian Jallet. Wow, it's not even Christian Jallet. It's Jallet. I know it's Jallet, but I can't remember his first name. Doesn't matter what his first name is. We're 3-0 down now. What on earth is going on? It's Christophe Jallet. Christian. I got the Christ bit right, just not the rest of it. Really got many options here, but to go to Montalivo. Ballo's there at the back post. Holding back here is Menez. Get the cross in. Looking for Keisuke. Hondo flicks it onto the bar. Can he win the follow-up? He did, but headed it the wrong way. Closest we've come to one back, other than the free kick when it was still at 0-0, but sadly still 3-0 to the French side. May even be 4-0 to the French side if Lacazette can find a teammate here. They're broken away again at pace. I can't deal with Lyon. I cannot deal with them. I don't know what's going on in this game. We are 4-0 down before half-time. There goes the final whistle. It's a convincing 4-0 win for Lyon. That didn't go according to plan. That's the first time that I've really felt uncomfortable with the team there. It felt like Lyon were able to pull my defenders and even the midfielders just completely out of position. Nobody felt like they were where they were supposed to be on the pitch. They deserved the win. They completely annihilated me in that first half. We just weren't good enough. But at least we know now that we definitely need to improve, if we didn't know that previously. We'll see if we can get something done in the transfer window now before the end of the episode. That's the last of the pre-season games. There's almost a full month, if not more than a full month, between now and the first game of the season, which is on the 16th. And we are currently on the 20th. So yeah, almost a full month. So we won't get the Livorno game in today, but we will do, hopefully, some transfer business. Congratulations on reaching the final. Never mind. Reports have come back on everybody, which is good. I mostly want to have a look at that Tonelli guy at centre back. Really want to have a look at him. So we'll have a look at the shortlist and we'll see what we can do. Let's have a look. Tonelli. Good physical stats. Promising technical stats, although he's not as good on the ball as I might like. That's a bit of a shame. Still waiting to hear back about the other guys on this list. A couple that I would really be interested in looking in are Nicola Muru and Bernadeschi. I'm really intrigued by because he's only 21 years old. And there was another one. Yes, not Danili. It's Sansone. I think I'm going to go for Sansone. I think I'm going to go for Sansone, and we might end up getting rid of a central midfielder because Bonaventura is going to move inside, obviously. So we may end up moving on someone like Kevin Prince Boateng, or because a couple of the centre mids are new at the club. That's half the issue at the minute. But we'll offer £5 million plus someone else. Andrea Polli's a player that I like, but I don't see him featuring for me. That's the only thing. I am going to try and move on Diego Lopez though, and a couple of the kids are going to go out on loan. We'll go with Kevin Prince. I'm sorry, Kevin, but you are surplus to requirements right now. So we'll see if we can bring in Nicola Sansone. There are a few other players on that list that we'll try and get some movement for, but we also want to concentrate on training the youth as well. I may, after the season starts and we get out of the month of August, concentrate on one player like we did with Ruben Loftus-Cheek at Chelsea. Maybe Mauri, maybe Romagnoli, maybe someone else. Maybe we bring in a youngster or a youth player. Still waiting to hear back from the scout future star. Kevin Prince Boateng has accepted his contract. There's going to be a lot going on in future. Oh, Abbiati's going to retire. That's not a problem. Grifo, what does he look like? He looks really promising. I like the look of Grifo. He might be slightly cheaper as well, although he's recently moved, hasn't he, from Hoffenheim. So he looks like someone we could look at next year. We'll keep an eye on him and see how he grows. But like I say, we are looking for younger players, younger Italian or at least Serie A based players. Hopefully we can build a more natural Italian side. That's what I would like to do. Piccini was a player I was intrigued by at right back. Again, looks decent. 6 foot as well, so 80 strength. I reckon I'm going to go for Piccini. Oh, he was the one that's recently arrived from Fiorentina. I remember that now. Okay, well, Piccini's definitely one that I'm going to keep an eye on as well for the future. Maybe look to bring him in second season or maybe even in January. Obviously, we've still got another transfer window to go. We won't be getting any boosts to our income, though. That's the only thing. When you're in Europe, obviously, you get past the group stage, you get like 6 to 10 million added to your transfer budget. Unfortunately, we can't get that. Sensi looks like he's going to grow into a really nice player too. And Bernadeschi was a player I really wanted to have a look at. 7 million he's valued at. Bernadeschi's a goer as well, I think. £7 million is what he's valued at. What do they reckon I'm going to have to pay for him? Doesn't have enough players. They won't sell another player. Is Fiorentina's squad really that small? I don't think their squad's that small, is it? We'll offer just the 7 million that he's worth. Is Fiorentina's squad surely isn't so small that they can't afford to sell any players whatsoever? I am contemplating calling back another player from loan as well. I will show you who it is. Cam, where are we? Verdi. I'm contemplating bringing back Simone Verdi from loan at Carpi. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. And he looks like he could be fantastic in that cam role. So I'm contemplating bringing him back from loan as well. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section as well. There's still so much to do here. I want to find out what my Scout Future Star looks like as well. I don't know how long it takes for the Scout to come back. We'll quickly train again. Mauri's growing quite nicely. And Romagnoli, if he has a couple of good training sessions here, might also go up a rating. He's had some individual stats go up, which is good. And his tackling's gone up 2. Donnarumma's up 1 though, from 72 to 73. So he's up 2 overall now since the start of the save. That's good. We'll have a look at some of the other players. Some of the other players that have come in. Cataldi, he looks like he could be a good all-rounder. I'm not necessarily looking for centre mids right now, because we do have an abundance of them. But I think I prefer just to bring Verdi back rather than him. This guy, Izo, was a centre back that I wasn't sure about. Still don't know. Not overly impressed with those stats. Daniele Verde is a player that is quick, but I'm not sure he offers anything else after looking at that. Gasparo was a left back, wasn't he? That I'm not sure about. 65 rated. Yeah, we'll stay away from him, unfortunately. And Nicola Murrow was the left back I was probably going to go for. And he looks like he could be promising, and he's quite cheap too, hopefully. Offer them about, yeah, I was going to say offer them about 2.5. We'll offer them 2 and see what they say. We might be getting in Nicola Murrow from Cagliari to come in as a rotation left back, which would be extremely promising, hopefully. That would mean we could use De Sciglio first team right back, because I prefer him, and then Antonelli at left back. In fact, I may even use Antonelli at left back and just drop Abate to the bench, because Abate's been not bad for me, but his positional sense is really poor. He's always out of position. I'm looking forward to playing with Bacca, though, in the first game of the season, but I don't want to advance too far. We'll go 1 more week. 1 more week. Transfer offer unacceptable. They want 11 million. Okay, for Bernadeschi. Well, I am looking to get rid of Diego Lopez, so we could perhaps do that. We'll offer Polly plus 5. Polly plus 5. They might accept that, actually. I'm pretty confident that they will. They're asking for 11. We've offered them a total of £9.5 million worth of asset there. Transfer offer in for Menez. He's going nowhere, though. We're going to reject that offer. 81 rated, one of our highest rated players. This also in talks with Ajax. Nicola Murrow. No. Well, I offered 2.1, so... all right. We'll offer a little bit more. We'll offer 2.2. We offered 2 million. I thought I'd offered 2.1, but they've beaten us. But we'll offer 2.2. And hopefully they'll accept that. We'll push forward. Like I say, we'll go 1 more week. And then I want to wait and see what you guys say in the comment section of this episode before pushing further too far forward. Youth Scout Report. Cool. That's not really what we're after right now. Scout has returned with a young player he believes will become world class. Oh, it is Cameron Brown. Don't tell me that's my Scout Future Star. The young player he believes can become world class. Really? 66 to 86 potential. He's 55 rated right now. That's my Scout Future Star. That is very underwhelming. Cameron Brown. We may use the Scout Future Star in Season 2 as well then, because that is really, really poor. Fiorentina have accepted the offer for Bernardeschi. This is good news. He wants £50,000 a week. I don't see a problem in offering him that. I'll offer him first team player, because he will be played a fair amount. I'll probably play him on the right instead of Niang, and maybe use Niang as a striker. Kevin Prince Boateng we've had an offer for, but we are using him potentially in another deal, so I will stall on that for now, but I would be willing to accept that offer should we need the money a little bit later on. We'll do another training session. We might be able to get Romagnoli or Mauri or Donnarumma up another rating. No, gets an F, Romagnoli. Does start, his tackling stats are going up though, which is good. Yep, I think that's going to do us for today. Transfer offer accepted for Muru. This is good. We might be getting 2 players in then. I'll just say Port on first team player, because I just want to make sure that they come to me. If another club's interested, he might sign for someone else first. Right, we'll call it there then for today. And in the next episode tomorrow, we will push forward. We will play Livorno and get some transfer business done, hopefully, here as well. 2 deals look like they're going to be done almost within the next week or so. We'll also play Fiorentina, depending on how much transfer action goes on in these couple of weeks or 3 weeks. And then we'll play Fiorentina, and then Empoli, deadline day, and Inter, wow, will come the episode after that. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Please keep the feedback coming. You've seen the players that I'm looking at. If there are any more you want me to have a look at, then let me know. I'm really underwhelmed though with that Scout Future Star, I have to be honest. Hopefully he'll be towards the 86 rather than the 66, but time will tell. Maybe I should start training him, who knows. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.